So this right here is the 17-piece knife block set from Wusthof under the Ikon line. It normally comes with a gorgeous wood block. I don't have that with me right now, but my thought process was that either way, I would just show it to you for a second, say it looks nice, and move on to the main point of this video, which is the actual knives. So I thought, why not just make the video anyway, and you guys can just look at a quick picture and know that it looks good. Off the bat, this is going to have like 97% of what you're going to need in the kitchen. It comes with the 8-inch chef's knife, which is the workhorse of the kitchen, an 8-inch serrated bread knife to cut through bread cleanly and evenly, a 7-inch hollow ground santoku, which is actually my favorite style of knife compared to the chef's knife. I like it a lot. I think it's better. It's different strokes for different folks. A 6-inch utility knife that you're going to use when you don't really want to bust out the giant chef's knife for smaller, quicker tasks. A 5-inch serrated utility knife. A 4.5-inch utility knife, a 3.5-inch paring knife, a 3-inch sheep's foot paring knife, which normally isn't really used for paring, but is more used like a more nimble, smaller santoku knife. You can see the similar shape. It also comes with 6 steak knives, a honing steel to keep your knives sharp, as well as a set of breakaway kitchen shears for doing kitchen shear related things, and of course the block that I already mentioned. So now that's out of the way, let's talk about what actually makes the Wusthof Ikon the Ikon. It is the flagship line they've made, and even though it's the flagship, it is 90% the same knife as the classic. It uses the same exact metal, it has the same exact edge. The major differences are that it has a slightly different blade geometry that makes it easier to use, and then a completely different, more ergonomic handle. Now, off the bat, it uses Wustof's 58 hardness proprietary steel, which is right in the middle of the spectrum. So it's hard enough to where you don't need to worry about losing your edge that fast, but it's also soft enough to where you don't need to worry about chipping or damaging the blade with normal use. The edge is the sharpest that I've actually seen on a production knife, 14 degrees. And to put that in perspective, it is actually 2 degrees thinner on either side than Shun's, which are very well known for how sharp they are. So it's blisteringly sharp, and because of the 58 hardness metal, it holds that edge very, very well. All the knives are handmade and forged in Germany, and they have a full tang, a very meaty full tang, and also an extra mass of material here at the bottom. And what that does is, besides looking good, it adds extra weight towards the back while you're working with it, and makes it much easier to control and makes it feel much more solid in your actual hand. On top of that, they've obviously spent a lot of time and money and engineering designing this handle, and I say that because no matter how you hold it, it honestly just fits in your hand perfectly, and I like that a lot. It makes it not tiring at all to use. So with that said, if you like German style knives, this is the knife set you're going to want to grab if you want the best of the best. The only decision you're going to need to make is what handle you want on it. There are 3 different choices. Number 1 is this black handle, which you've seen the entire video. Number 2 is the white or cream colored handle they have. And number 3 is the blackwood handle. And blackwood is a very, very, very dark brown wood from Africa. It has a beautiful grain structure, but it's also very, very tightly controlled. Only a couple of pieces get out every year. And Wusthof buys them up, and they make the handles of the Ikon out of it. So it's a very limited edition knife. So if you want the best of the best of the best, that's the knife you're going to want to grab. Otherwise, any of these colored knives are going to work exactly the same. So I'm going to put a link down to this below. If you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, as always, let me know. Otherwise, I will talk to you very soon.